Testing, testing. 1, 2. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get into the webinar. We got 2 minutes on the clock. So let's prepare to get started. All right, folks, should be getting started here in about a minute. It's 6:59, and we're about to get started. Alrighty, so it is now 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and welcome to the Personal Income Tax Wealth Building webinar, the secret to a great business relationship with the IRS. Now today, I'd like to go over taxes and how you can use taxes as an avenue to also possibly build wealth or get you some extra monies at the beginning of every single year. So let's get started. Just want to cover a little bit about myself before we get started. My name is Leon Benjamin, and I have a few credentials, none of which are tax related, but the information that I got here really doesn't have to do with much of my credential, but it is important that I let you know that I'm an IT professional. I'm also a real estate jumper, and you probably haven't heard that term before, but I basically sometimes purchase real estate, live within the real estate, and then after that, I turn around a year or more and resell that property for a profit. Also, I'm a self-published author. So if you look me up on Amazon, you'll find several books that were written by me, and you can check those out at your leisure. And lastly, but not least, I'm an avid researcher, philanthropist, and truth seeker. And I'm constantly doing research, and I pretty much modify my beliefs based on facts and reality. And I'm constantly on the search and learning about life and just about everything in general that is important to me. So just wanted to make those quick 4 pointers over there so you have an idea the type of person that I am. First thing I want to cover regarding the topic is errors in thinking about taxes. And I need to list this, small group of issues because, like a psychologist once said, if you don't recognize that there's a problem, then there is no problem because you'll never be able to solve it. And I just want to bring out a few things that I've seen over the years and even presently with friends, family, and different people. The first problem is that they think that taxes make their life difficult. And by making their life difficult, they begin to think negatively about taxes. They start thinking that taxes are hard to pay. And with that comes taxes are evil. And then you start thinking, well, why don't they eliminate taxes? And taxes would make my paycheck much better. And the list goes on and on. I want to pay as little taxes as possible. I want to learn how to avoid taxes. Well, as much as you'd like to think that taxes are a burden, I am not here to eliminate taxes. I'm here to tell you taxes can be your friend, and taxes does not have to be looked at as something evil, because the fact of the matter is, we all have to pay taxes. Everyone who avoids taxes either finds a loophole or they get caught. I didn't find a loophole, and I don't intend to ever try to evade taxes, and I'm not trying to teach you how to evade taxes. So if you're looking for a way to get out of taxes, this is not it. You can stop right here. You can leave the webinar, but this is not how to get out of taxes. This is how to make taxes work for you. And with that comes understanding taxes. If you can get past, that first 5 minutes of the presentation, you'll see what's coming. But I intend to stay within the limits of the law, and I'm here to assist you in understanding taxes better so that you can make better decisions when you hear or see options regarding taxes. Now first, let's look at the definition of taxes. And according to the Webster's Dictionary, taxes in its most extended sense includes all contributions imposed by the government upon individuals for service of the state by whatever name they are called or known, whether by the name of tribute, etc., etc., etc. So basically, it's the government is charging us to provide services. So, when we look at why do we want to pay taxes, we have to take into consideration that regardless of how we feel about taxes, it just must be paid if you want to live in peace and if you want to live in a civilized society. And what does that mean? Taxes cover many things, like public services, garbage, police, and many other services that we take for granted in society. We don't even consider sometimes how these services come to us. And without taxes, we won't have these conveniences. We pretty much have to do everything for ourselves, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but in modern day society, we look to the government to provide many services on a local and on a national level. So, someone asked me before, if I found a way to avoid taxes, is it a good idea or is it wise? And, I've done quite a bit of research. I've looked into different cases, different people, and different things. And, yes, there are ways around it right now, but, you always risk that monkey on your back, that problem that possibly the government finds a way to close up loopholes and go after people that haven't been paying taxes. Let's just get away from this thinking about avoiding taxes, okay? It's there, and if you try to get around it, you'll get away for a while. And when the amount that is avoided comes to, you can call it a lump sum, we get into a large problem of paying back. So let's just get that out of our minds. Let's understand what taxes are and how we can use it to better make our lives, more productive and happy and, just getting more out of our situation rather than trying to change the situation. Now, taxes can be used to change one from liability to free income. And how exactly do we do that? We all hope for a refund when we file our taxes. Well, most of us. Some of us don't really care. We just want to know that we pay as less tax as possible, especially if you have a business. But for the average person, we all hope for a refund. And, what exactly makes a refund possible? And it's funny because many people that I speak with, they don't even realize that there is a reason you get a refund. A refund the IRS just doesn't get up and go, okay, this year I'm going to give you a refund, or next year I'm going to give you a refund, or because you have a child, no. There's a specific reason you get a refund. The first thing is you fall into a tax bracket. And depending on how much your household makes or how much you make, the government charges you a certain percentage. So the more you make, the higher the percentage. And in order for you to get a refund, number one, you must overpay, basically paying more taxes than required. And that's how you get a refund. It's just like when you go to the supermarket and you buy something for $12.99 and you give them $20. They give you a refund, or they give you, well, we give you change. They give you, the difference. So out of that $20 that you gave, you get the, $13 or $13.01 back. Or $7.01, sorry. $7.01 back from that $20. So it's the same concept over here. Now, one of the other things to consider is to never take deductions. And what I mean by that is when you fill out your W-4 for your job, you don't want to take deductions if you want a refund. A lot of people, they want, to have less taxes taken out so they can do more. That's fine. But if you want a refund, it is in your interest not to take deductions. Secondly, always make donations. Whatever, old or working things you have that you don't want, don't give it away. Don't put it at the curb. Bring it to Goodwill, Salvation Army, wherever, and get that tax write-off so it reduces your taxable income. And always maintain certain expenses. If you have to buy things for your job, if you have to travel for your job and things like that, you have to keep track of that because nobody else will. If you have an accountant, great. You can bring your receipts and you can do, itemized deductions and this and that. But, if you just bring it to a regular tax guy and he's doing your taxes, no one's going to dig into anything. You want to make sure that you keep track of your expenses if, that is an avenue where you can gain more from your taxes. Now, another topic I want to cover here is taxable refund as tax-free income. Now, as I just explained to you, a overpayment guarantees a refund. If you overpay, meaning you pay more taxes than you're required, then the government refunds you. And the more money you overpay, the more money you get back. Also, you can change your W-4 as soon as possible. You don't have to wait until the end of the year. You don't have to wait until anything. You can go to your job tomorrow or whenever you have work and fill out a new W-4 and give it to your HR department, and they will update the system and adjust your paycheck. If you take a pay cut now, you can reap big rewards later. Meaning, if you have them take out more taxes right now, it increases your chances of getting a very large refund at the end of the year. Let's take a few things into consideration. When we talk about taxes and we talk about how much we're really going to get back, let's say we're putting in an extra $100, and let's just calculate that $100 over 52 weeks, right? That's $5,200 extra. Just $100. I mean, if you can afford it, it's just $100, right? That's an extra $5,000. Can you do something with an extra $5,000 every year? Is it possible? Yes, it is absolutely possible. Let's check on something over here. Okay, so if you take a pay cut now, you can reap big rewards later. Now, let's get into something interesting. Here is what a W-4 form looks like. It's a whole sheet of paper, but this is the only section that that matters. As you can see here at the top, dotted line, it says, keep top part for your records. So the top part with all the other information is not really necessary. Over here, after you fill out the basic information, number 5 says the total number of allowances you are claiming from line H above or from applicable worksheet on page 2. See number 5 right here in red? We always want to put 0. We don't want to claim 1, 2, or anything else. If you put 0, what that does is for your particular tax bracket, it will take out the maximum amount of taxes within your tax bracket. Okay? Secondly, number 6, where it says additional amount, if any, you want withheld from each paycheck. This is where you would put in, let's say, $100, $50, $20, $200 from each paycheck that you want to be withheld, right? Once you do this, this is pretty much a tax-free way to save money. And this is all pre-tax. So basically, this money is pulled out for the IRS, and then at the end of the year, you're getting back this money without any taxes levied from it. Now, this is very important because when you look at what you're supposed to get back and you look at the previous year, if you're very smart, you'll use this as a savings account. Because guess what? You can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't make it bad for you. Once your job pulls out that money, and I really don't know where it goes or where it's in holding, but that money comes right back to you because you've already paid your taxes already. Okay? You don't have to worry about, what's going to happen, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have access to it until you file your taxes the next year. And after that, guess what? You get it all back. You get it all back. And then you can claim all you want, itemized deductions, kids, this and that, whatever. You can claim all of that at the end of the year. But do not reduce your chances of getting a fat refund check by making mistakes on this form. Okay? Now, once you do this, again, you're guaranteed a refund. And once you're guaranteed a refund, you can start planning for that money. The next thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get this big refund check and you just have it there and you just start spending, because guaranteed you're going to waste a lot of it. If you don't put it away or make plans for it before it gets to you, that money is going to slide right through your fingers, right through your accounts, and just go into shopping and unnecessary things. So, that's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want with your money, but this is a sure way where you can definitely make a whole lot more money than if you just did, what everyone else was doing. And with that, I want to introduce my latest book that I've just released. It contains all this information, plus it also gets into donations and other ways that you can increase drastically your tax refund check. Because once you understand and realize that taxes are there to assist you and help you, you can make a dent in the account that the IRS keeps for you. So what I want you to do is, if you could go to the website, the official website, which is itaxmax.com. Let's go over here. If you go to itaxmax.com right now, and you scroll down, all the way down to the bottom, here you see the super special deal, and this is why. Let's go to Amazon. All right, and if we do if we do a search, right, here we have, this is the Kindle version. If you have a e-reader device that you want to use to read the book, you can purchase it for $34.99. Or if you want the paperback version, I list this book at $84.99. Why? Because this is a small fraction of how much you can earn if you purchase this book. Guaranteed your first year, even if you just put away $20 every paycheck, you can still walk away with more money than you paid for this book. Guaranteed. And on top of that, as I said, this book has way more strategies in here that you can get the best tax refund ever inside. I mean, the things that I've come across, best believe that this book is, I mean, it's, I would say this book is worth at least $300, at the very least. Because the amount of monies that you can save, that you can get back, that you can get every single year is astonishing with all of the strategies that I placed in here. So if you go to Amazon directly, you're looking at $84. But if you go to the official website and you go down to the bottom, you only pay $46 for this book, free shipping. Okay? When you click on this link, it's a PayPal link, and it goes directly to PayPal. You pay the $46, which is basically 50% off to cover for the shipping and, the book and all that good stuff. And on top of that, I will send out limited copies where you also get a credit repair book, a credit repair secret that allows you to fix your own credit without using credit repair companies or law firms or anything like that. You can fix your credit on your own if you choose to do so. It's not hard. It's not, it's nothing extensive. Just like this book is only about 50 pages. It's not a big book. It's half of most small books. And once you get this book, you'll immediately start seeing the benefits of what it has to offer. Now, let's get back to our presentation here. So, now, give me 1 second. Let me set this up. All right, we just had some technical difficulties. Wanted to straighten that out. But now we're back. Wanted to talk about the grand raffle. So, to enter the grand raffle, you must comment below, right here on YouTube, and let me know whether or not this information was helpful to you. And number two, visit my Facebook page and let me know if and why you would share this information. Wait for the winner's announcement at 8 p.m. on my Facebook page. And here's the link to my Facebook page, facebook.com/taxstrategies4you. Again, that's facebook.com/taxstrategies4you.com. And once you get to the Facebook page, you should be able to leave a comment, like the page, and so forth. And depending on how many people answer, if you're the only one, hey, you get a free home security camera. It's a Wi-Fi camera. All you need is power. And once you set it up, you can view it from just about anywhere. Okay? I have a few of these cameras that I use myself, and they are pretty darn good. Quality is pretty good, very fast, and you can see them live. If you have networking skills, you can also set that up with port forwarding and all this other good stuff. And you could also set up email alerts, blah, blah, blah. So I'll announce the winner at 8 p.m. It is now 7:28 p.m. And that's the end of the webinar. The official website again is itaxmax.com. Join us next week again for another amazing webinar where I will share a totally different strategy on how you can maximize your tax refund every single year. Again, check out the book and make sure that you check out that book because it will guarantee the biggest refund you've ever seen. Okay? Thank you. And I look forward to any questions, comments, suggestions, anything you may have. You may leave it in the comments below or send me over a message on Facebook, and I'll be sure to respond as soon as possible. Thanks so much, and you have a wonderful evening. Look forward to the next webinar next week, December 3rd, I believe. Let's see here, let's go back to the website and see if we can pull that up. Yep, December 3rd from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Probably won't last that long because, again, I only speak about one topic per webinar. And if you stick around for all the webinars, you'll definitely be able to get a lot of the strategies for free rather than purchasing the book. But, again, the book has all the details. Definitely check it out on the official website. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. And there are only a very few limited copies. Only 100 copies. You get 50% off. Otherwise, you pay the original price of $84.99 per book. So get on that deal as soon as possible, or you could miss out on something great that could change your life forever. Again, thanks for watching, and you have a great evening.